We now have another roundtable discussion. This next session is exploring how global yacht trends are and will shape marina requirements in the future. And to lead this session, please welcome back from IBI, the Editor-in-Chief, Ed Slack. Do you need anything?
Hello again, everybody. I'm going to be joined on stage. Can I get my panelists up? We've got Paolo Moretti, the CEO of RINA. There we go. We've got Michelangelo Casadei from Beneteau Group and Giordano Pellacani from Ferretti Group. Hi, guys. Good to see you.
Sit in the middle. Yeah.
Hello.
I think you have the perfect trousers for Venice, but yeah.
They're getting shorter as the day goes on.
We're ready.
Good to have you up here, guys. Good to see everybody again. Yeah, we want to talk about the future, how global yacht trends will shape marinas of the future. Now, I want to bring in you first, Paolo. Let's talk about regulatory frameworks, about tech trends. We hear obviously a lot about the new power propulsion systems, electricity, electric, hybrid, hydrogen. Talk us through a little bit about the impact all of this will have on the marina sector.
Well, I have the privilege with RINA of working with all the sectors. So many sectors are to abate: luxury, transportation, mobility. So I think many of the challenges are quite common. The first one is coming from the market itself, and the other two are mainly coming from the decarbonization issue and digitalization. So of course, the market trends for you is definitely the increase in the size of yachts. The average size is increasing with different requests, as this morning was mentioned by Mr. Galassi, about the infrastructure the marina should have and how to attract crew and owners. Well, while regarding the area more of the energy transition and decarbonization, I think that tomorrow and for the, let's say, the middle term, the next 5 to 10 years, my guess, we have to consider that we have a fleet of almost 6,000 yachts. I'm talking of the big one, over 24 meters. An existing fleet in which there is less than 0.1% running on alternative fuels. And there is, out of 1,100 yachts under construction, again, less than 1% that are equipped for alternative solution other than fuel oil. So to me, the investment needed in the future will be much more on hybrid solution, electrification, and biofuels in the very short term, middle term, and probably in the future, of course, there will be also synthetic fuel. There will be possibility maybe also for green methanol. So I think that from the perspective of a marine, again, shifting from the traditional fuel to a biofuel, HVO, and even synthetic fuel will not be so dramatic. But having a fleet of boats, larger and larger, that are equipped with more electrical stuff and are also, let's say, bought by new type of owners who really want to be sustainable and are supposed to be used and to be moored in a sustainable way. I don't want to go back to what Mr. Galassi was saying. It's, of course, about plugs, but something similar. We need to invest a lot in electrification. Electrification is, of course, not plugs only, but, charger station, converters, and all the type of power supply needed. So I think that from this point of view, these are the main issue that we see for marinas coming from the transition in terms of new fuels. Of course, we also have to consider that digitalization is impacting and will impact more and more because we have yachts that are leaving the boat builders with a very high efficient way of remaining connected and monitoring their parameters. And so they do expect also this type of services provided by the marinas.
Okay, so just to recap on that sustainability front, what would your advice be to marinas and marina developers? What would you prioritize in terms of investment? Where would you, is it electric? Is it, how would you give me a 1, 2, 3 of what you think are the...
Well, if I have to consider, to make a parallel to what is happening with, for example, for the commercial ships, in which, of course, they have bigger regulatory frameworks because they have to pay for the ATS, they have to pay for the CII, and in which they are doing huge investments also on the LNG. But the port itself is becoming a sort of center of the ecosystem. And I think, of course, the marina for yachting should do the same. So should definitely invest, as I said, on the electrification, and in particular, of course, on sustainable and clean sources for providing this electrification. But not only, because, of course, as I said before, we have a new generation of owners that are giving more and more importance to the sustainability. Here in Europe, we also have a taxonomy. And so I think that is not only a matter of reducing the emission, it's a matter also how to deal with all waste management and how really to be sustainable in all, let's say, the investments that we're going to do also when we do transformation works within the marina.
Okay, thank you. Look, well, let's bring in the customer a bit. And now, Michelangelo, you've got a little short presentation, a short PowerPoint, because what we're going to do, I think we're going to talk, Michelangelo's going to give us a viewpoint from the Beneteau viewpoint, which is very much the volume side of the market, looking at the customer and what the customer wants. Then we'll bring in Giordano afterwards to talk about perhaps the top end, the super yacht clients, and how that's going to affect marina trends and development going forward. So, Michelangelo?
Thanks, Ed. Good afternoon. Michelangelo Casadei. I'm leading the motor yachting division of the Beneteau Group. And can I have the slide on? The slides on? Well, it's been picked up a lot from many of the speakers today on what is going on the market and what should we do. Yeah, thank you very much. What should we do to bring the market back and more alive after the let's say, post-COVID evolution that has been quite difficult, and the current situation that is affected. We know Alberto was mentioning this in this morning. What is the role of our industry in this moment? So, where's that? No, it's okay, but I need the presentation on. Guys, if you can be on first slide. Okay, so we go to what we discussed in our press conference opening the Cannes Boat Show, and we started back from what we feel is the heart moving the market, so the strong desire of being on the water. And we try to address this desire with our answer as a boat builder and boat manufacturer, but not only, which we tag with the motto meaningful boating. So trying to go quickly on that. Beneteau Group first, to know who we are, because we are a complex galaxy, quite a vertical business, historical yard, one of the largest operator with more than 1 billion revenues in 24, 6,000 people, so quite verticalized and industrialized business. And mainly two areas, boat manufacturing and providing boating solutions, that is experiencing the boating on the market with 16 plants, so a worldwide presence. And when we go to the boating, the way we address the market and the way we reorganized to bring people to water and to provide customer proximity is in three main business segments, which is the sail with monohull and multi-hull, that is our core, the day boating, that is small outboard boats, each of the business segment animated by different brands, and then the motor yachting, that is the part I lead, so I'm proud of, which is the inboard 12 to 24 meters boat. What is happening there? What is happening inside that business segment, and what is the situation. So boating market, now try to follow me, we are tired, but we made ourselves questions, and we will discover that answers that we are trying to give might work for the product, but so for the boats and the yachts, but might also work for the marinas in the end. That will be my conclusion. So I try to discover a little bit the end of the movie. So for sure, market cycles on the lower part of the market, then very complementary panel. I'm happy to be with Paolo, that is also a friend, and also Giordano, that is a former colleague, in the lower part of the market where we are trying to bring customers into the family. For sure, a cyclical period and a difficult period, not an easy geopolitical situation. Do we have to do something about pricing? Colleagues from US were just mentioning before COVID and after COVID, plus 40% on the same Apple-to-Apple offering. So what we do there? We go on meaningful boating. That means making boating more accessible, the best product for the best experience you want to have, and then provide the right value that the customer is looking for, not more, not less, into that boating. I will not be into products, because otherwise also my former colleagues will hate me that I can speak for hours. But I will focus a little bit on the multi-hull motor yachting offering. That is for sure one of the frontiers we are developing, not the only one. We are doing the island cruising concept, for example, on the sailing and charter application and so on. But when we go to multi-hull for cruising, we are first of all addressing, and this is some of our new launches in 2025, we are for sure addressing a different, well, not a different, but a specific way to enjoy the cruising experience, which is I give up to some of the feature of the monohull that can be ride at 30 knots or riding the wave, but I gain in a lot more room availability, home features on the water, and a very sustainable fuel economy while cruising at 18 knots, for example, instead of 24, 26, which is a lot that a multi-hull naval architecture can offer. We are for sure in first place there because we have a strong background in that. So I went a little bit back to my engineering background, and I provided the colored number, which is the liters of fuel you burn per mile, is the most important number in the chart. And everyone has his preferred. Clearly with the multi-hull, and this is interesting, here we go to the marina topic, which is the aspect ratio of the product is changing. This is a colleagues from the design department comparison, but think is as a mooring map. It is of course different. Is a lot of plus onto a certain LOA with a much different L2B, so much more beam over a LOA, and look at the square meters available for living inside and outside the yacht, especially outside. So a 65-footer will provide you the living experience of an 85-footer monohull with some other differences, but we need to make it work and accommodate, and this has to do also with the spacing. I do not go into the green and sustainable. I fully agree with what was said in the panel before, that the business has to be sustainable first, but I go into this that is probably where the story is taking us. So what is the route ahead? And let's read it, each one of us, either you are an operator or boat builder, or you are a marina business master, let's say. So maximum time on board and at sea. Going back to Mr. Galassi, also my former boss in previous time, that is the plug story, finding the right plug at the right place and not 5 types, and not spending the time on the dock looking for the plug instead of being on board with friends and so on, as an example. But in the end is maximize the experience we are providing to the customer for the investment he made. Flexibilize spaces and services. That is the art of the story, especially if we want to develop the multi-hull experience, which is a valuable experience and is a sustainable experience for the client. And then, we like it or not, affordable costs or right prices for the values we are delivering. Either it's the 5-star level that somewhere is required or is a different level, but the value for the offering we are giving has to be there, and it has to be there on the product first of all, so on the boats we build with the proper level of quality and performance, and on the services that are around. So I think if we do this, the journey will restart good for our customer and for the business.
Thank you, Michelangelo. You've talked about the
Thank you.
You talk about even the volumes, obviously with the catamarans and the volumes, even at the small end of the market, the small boats even getting more voluminous, they're getting bigger, they're getting wider. Now, and I would bring you in here, Giordano, about how are customer expectations changing as well? Because they are becoming more demanding, obviously. And what impact might that have on marinas and how we operate marinas and how we develop marinas?
Thank you for the question. We had talking about hand-tied market. So let's talk about, we are producing more than 250 boats, more than 25, 26 meters during the year time. So we are delivering this vessel. They go all around the world. Let's say that let's focus mainly Middle East, Europe, and America. Let me divide the market in two. When we deliver the yacht and it goes to a marina that is the home marina, or where we deliver the marina that goes for the cruising ground. So both of them, they need privacy and security. So all of them, they really need is the focus point. Connectivity, but most of all, they need to have a background. So what does it mean? So the marina where they're heading to, so if we think about the home marina, the marina means that the crew will stay about 6-7 months on that marina. So it means that they have on the background the marina they support connectivity, transportation, airport nearby, storage. But not very important, it will be to have a proper school for the kids, for the captain and for the crew. Because when you're talking about 30-meter yachts, we do have 5, 6, 7 people as a crew member. If you go to about 50 meters, they have 9 people as a crew. And the owner wants to keep them for as long as possible. Because the key is to have a very successful crew. Successful crew means successful yachts and happy owners. Happy owner is, the owner is looking to have the crew very happy. To do that, you need to have the background, the base. If the marina is not just the marina, but you need to have all the services around. So electricity, power, supply, storage, but also the community is very important of where the marina is located. Cruising ground, different story. So they go there for 1 week, 2 days, couple of hours. The security is very important, connectivity is very important, Wi-Fi. So the Wi-Fi is the crucial important, together with the accessibility in and out from the airport as smooth as possible. And sometimes also custom procedures is very important, because in some marinas in the Mediterranean, Caribbean, the custom facility, it will help to smooth the process to get in, get out of the yachts as fast as possible. And that is very important as well.
Thank you. So just sort of summing up really, in terms of the future of marinas, you know, you're looking at where, you know, a marina in 10, 15, 20 years' time, a state-of-the-art marina, what would be the key things that you think it needed to tick off, in your opinion? What are the sort of priority points that you think?
Well, I do think that it has to give value for sure to all the waterfront, to the area in which they are connected. For sure, they will have to be equipped, or at least ready, for the new changes in, for example, in the power supply of boats. But I repeat, I do believe that in the next maybe 5 to 10 years, that will not be so dramatic as it can be in other industries. But in any case, we are experiencing, for example, methanol on some yachts, and of course, it's green methanol, what is important. So the possibility of, in this case, if it will ever pick up, of having a facility in which you can bunker quite close to it, it could be quite important. But as I mentioned before, I would really be focused on all the infrastructure residential aspects. The fact that, of course, the owners will find all type of services of security and digitalization that it is expecting, but at the end also within an environment that can be truly defined as sustainable, because around sustainability we can do a lot of discussion, maybe also a lot of washing, but at the end, I mean, facts will speak clear in the future. There will be laws in Europe according to which you cannot self-declare anymore any type of claims. Whatever you want to declare must be measured with KPI, easily measurable and certifiable. And I think this is one of the area in which, as a group, from the infrastructure side, real estate, and the traditional certification, we are pushing more and more. And of course, we are here with a lot of colleagues, and we would like to partner with as many as you if you want.
And I agree with the previous panel when it said marina has to be part of the community, and the community would like to accept them into the marina as a part of the community. So is their social life, is the extension of their home and the area where they, so both for the owner and for the crew. So you need to work on both sides. And service, you need to have a place where you can do service, because if I have a place where you can do service in the marina, done. So the owner is happy to keep it close, the crew is happy because it's close to their home and to the families, and don't have to go around, to go far away to fix it. So what they did, the three giants before, probably is the right, correct path to create a community, to attract even the exterior community into the marina. This is, agree. It's also because in a social and digital community, is becoming part of the lifestyle. So that is becoming just a post. I'm in the marina, I'm doing barbecue on board with my friends and so on. So it's attracting people and more people and community, and with the sustainability path, I'd agree.
If I can be less technical in this case and synthesize that with the motto is make the owners feel at home, the owners, the guests, the crews, but make also the boat we build for the owners feel at home in the marina. And also is working on the boats, because let's not forget, boats are moving around, a lot of services, maintenance, improvement that we need to be fulfilled in safety, in the proper way. So let's work together to make that ecosystem a place where the boating experience is feeling at home, I would say.
Great. Thank you. Perfect way to end it.
Wait, we have one question.
Yeah, far away.
Now I'm all into Telegram. I better read it out. How do you measure the client's interest in sustainability services? How do you measure it?
Well, from our point of view, of course, we have quite a good way of recording it by the numbers, of course, of certification or consulting activities on the ESG part. Can be D&I, can be something related to the safety at work, can be all the certification related to traceability, and certification related to the management of the environmental policies of companies. So these are really booming up. It's the part of our business that is growing more, the one related to ESG, that's for sure.
Thank you. You okay, guys? I think we're done. I think.
Thank you.
Good.
Ed, gentlemen, a massive round of applause. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.